Hi, so I'm Kayla, your Vice President of Community for this year. I'm just going to talk about some things that I've been doing this semester. So first and foremost, I have been working on student jobs on the campus. I've been working with Graham Patterson from Nourish on some student job contracts. One of these that's actually up right now is for 10 hours for social media work for Nourish. But I've also been working much wider across the campus. So a working group has been set up to ensure that we can navigate this kind of complex field, ensure that local job opportunities are available for students, but also not displace long-term staff that have been here. So just making contracts student accessible, but not student exclusive. Ensuring that while flexible working is available for students, that we avoid the introduction of things like 0-hour contracts. So another manifesto point that I've been working on is the introduction of common rooms. Unfortunately, whenever I set this manifesto point, I didn't quite realise how tight for space we were on campus. Also, a common room has to be attached to a university department, and that incurs a cost for the department, which most departments aren't willing to take on, just for general things like cleaning and general maintenance. So one thing that we've been working on instead is to ensure that you still have these common spaces, but in a more wider sense. So we're trying to take back the campus for students. So that means taking areas like spaces outside GH 514, for example, and making them more student accessible, making them more comfortable for students, introducing the basic needs, making sure that all of these spaces have good Wi-Fi, things for your lunch, areas to socialise and areas to work, even if they aren't exactly common rooms per se, just giving you a space that you can take back, somewhere that you can have between classes that isn't just the library. As I'm sure many of you noticed as well, I've been introducing microwaves across the campus. This month I've got one more of those secured. It's going to go in the Nourish at the back of the business school in the Sir William Duncan building, and possibly another one that should be going into the Lord Todd building. So in regards to clubs and societies this month, one thing that I've been doing is I've introduced more training opportunities for clubs and societies. They're all available to sign up to right now. Alongside all of our normal training opportunities, we've introduced training opportunities that are available for you to lead, whether that's about trips or non-alcoholic events or membership recruitment and retainment. This gives you the opportunity to be a leader for the union and to teach other societies all of the tricks that you've learned along the way. So the big society takeover has also gone online, and we've had some fantastic interest from that. Great opportunity to link up to things like refreshers and welcome all the new students that will be coming in January. So it's just to let students know that it's not too late to join a society, you can still get involved. This month I've also been attempting to carry forward the results from our referendum on the climate. I've spoken to various areas of the university about ensuring that our buildings are going to be built carbon neutral from now on, to the removal of plastics and single-use items from the university, switching to renewable energy sources, divesting the university, and introducing things which will help our carbon footprint, like a carbon trading system or a domestic flight policy. Things are looking really positive on this front, and the university seems to be really taking on board our students' views. So we just need to keep pushing with this one. It's only now that the university are starting to realise that our students' futures will be in fossil fuels, because that is where our industry is moving. So the university is looking to ensure that we get much more training, the students are much more aware of renewable energies and sustainability issues. That means that we need our staff to be aware of these issues as well, and all of our lecturers. So all of that's going to be taken on board by the university, and hopefully we're going to see some really good tangible results soon. So I'm really quite excited about this. So the final thing that I've been working on this month is I've been cooperating with our VP Inclusion, Rachel, on her 16 Days of Action project. 16 Days of Action is a campaign to address the issues of gender-based violence. So we have been looking at our own university culture, as we believe that we need to address all of that in-house, so that in the future we can then take that out into our own workplaces and our own lives throughout. However, our campaign has touched much more than just gender issues. This has touched things like LGBT issues and accessibility issues, because funny enough, people can be women but also in these categories. One of the demands for this campaign is to ensure that sufficient training is rolled out to ensure that equality and diversity is ingrained within our university culture. We're also hoping to include compassion as one of the key values of the university, and also help with closing the gender pay gap here in Strathclyde, because this is something that we believe shouldn't still exist in a university that wants to call itself progressive. So if you've got any questions about any of my points or want to ask me about anything that I'm doing, just send me an email or a wee message on Facebook and I'd be more than happy to talk to you about it. Thanks guys.